Okay, here I am again. I have time today for one more demonstration. I'll finish up tomorrow. Hang on, let me change my glasses. These are my readers. These are my seers. Now I can see you and myself. Okay, so remember the sketch journal I had, right? Simple pages, all empty, just said sketch on the outside. $5 journal. Probably got it at Michael's, knowing me, Michael's, or Hobby Lobby or wherever you can get that stuff. You probably get one on Amazon, I don't know. Anyway, so let me show you what I use besides that. I have all these ripped off pieces of my banners that I laundered. Used to be hanging in my art studio, okay? And so I have a lot of stuff that nobody else has. But I'm 58 years old and I've had a studio my whole life. So this is the first time I haven't had a public studio. So it's like, I have all this stuff. And so now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use it because I love it. I'm gonna pet it and hug it, yeah. So for those of you that are artistically expressive, like you just love to draw, you love to doodle, you don't mind getting markers on your hands or paint on your hands, you draw whenever you can, this is a tiny journal for you that you can make. Remember, this class is just for fun. Like, there's no grades, there's no pressure, you can do it on your own time, and it's not going to be a daily, weekly thing, it's going to be a monthly thing. And you know me, I'll probably throw in some pretty super cool projects you can do outside your journals if you want. So if you're expressing yourself through art, which is of course another one of my love, then I use that. And then I always have, like, these are paint tarps that I buy and I rip up, and then I put them under things when I'm painting or using inks. And then what the great thing about them is, see how cool this is? You can use that again. So that's what I did. I used a piece of that. So let me show you what I did. I can't show you. I have to unroll it first because it's a secret. It's a wee big secret. I know I shouldn't talk like that, but I love to talk like that. All right. So I took a piece and I covered my journal. Look, I glued it. All I did was cut it out and glue it on. So that's the outside. I may add something else to this. I don't know. Haven't decided. Then if I open up my first page, I took one of my banners that says what? Art for me is breathing. Let's all do that. Oh, I love breathing nice and slow. Art is so healing. When I'm frustrated, I throw paint. But I love to paint. I can paint for hours. And the back cover I put, art is the only way to run away without leaving home. Because you can draw the coolest places. Like, right? Like, you can draw any place you want. It could be imagination. It could be a place that you love. It could be anything. So all I'm using is scrap fabrics, a $5 journal, and really scrappy fabric. And you could make your own fabric by just throwing paints and inks at it, or food coloring, or whatever you want. So then I ripped a piece. Remember that piece I showed you? I ripped a piece off, right? And what I did was I glued it. See, there's a flap inside my journal. You see this? It's like an outer flap that clicks on to here. Boom. So I glued it right there. And what I'm going to do is, I don't have them handy because I'm going to buy them. I'm going to buy a set of permanent markers because I love markers. Love them. I'm going to just kind of put them on top of here. I don't have any. I wish I could show you. And then I'm going to roll this up with my markers inside. Right? I'll roll that up. I'll put that in my backpack. I'll put that in my beach bag. I can put that in my purse because I have a ginormous purse. Whatever. It's with me wherever I go. And guess what I can do? Okay. So, little story, short story, promise. Growing up, I always had markers with me. Always. And I would draw on my legs if I had shorts on them. I would draw on my arms. I would draw on my jeans. I would draw on anything I had on. Nothing was sacred to me. I didn't care. I just wanted to draw. So it kind of drove my mom crazy. It is what it is, Ma. So with this, and you have this, and let's say Mom says, listen, I need you to go with me because you're not old enough to stay home, or how about if we go out here and do some errands, and you get there and you're super bored, you're like rolling your eyes going, really, Mom? Oh my gosh. Or how about you're sitting in a meeting and nobody can see you, or you're at work, or you're anywhere, who cares? You could just be at home and you're bored. You're not really bored because only boring people get bored. So you start unrolling it, right? And then you can draw. Yeah, you can draw on this really long piece. And because my piece has like this funky blue, right? I'm like, whoa, what could that be? So you know me, I can already see that I'm going to be drawing me some sea turtles and some fish. Maybe some birds, I don't know. So that's journal number 2 for 9 months. And inside, in all those blank pages, I can draw anything I want, anytime I want, any day I want, and it's just mine. I don't have to share it. It's mine. It's my art journal. But it would be super cool and super fun to share because people that you know and love want to see what you're doing. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, what are you drawing? I was always asked that as a kid, right? What are you doing? What are you drawing? Let me see. And I was always like, no. I was super silly, super shy. Anyway, art journal. This is the second one. So now we have the word expression journal given to you ideas. We have the art journal. So you can see how simple this is. You can start making different kinds of papers to cover it. It could be fabrics. You could get old sheets and tear them up. It doesn't have to be a paint cloth. That's all. I just buy paint cloths because they're super cheap. You can get like a 12-foot by 10-foot paint cloth for $15. I mean, hello, that's tons of fabric and super cheap. So, and then just throw paint at it, or throw inks at it, or throw food coloring at it. Don't throw your brother or sister at it. But have fun. So, I love you. And as my husband says, I love you. That's what he says to the grandkids all the time, and they giggle and stuff like that. So, moms, I love you. You know that because you let your kids express themselves. And kids, you hold my heart. Miss Sherry's here for you. Anything you need. So that's your second journal. Love you to the moon and back, and I'll be in touch tomorrow. Bye.